Yes, now it's there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:05 on my side, Washington, D.C., USA local time. On your side, it must be 6:05. Expect a small difference in terms of minutes because of geographical location. And therefore, I wish to start. We are a team, and we believe in team teaching. So we teach as a team. So for the last few weeks, the class has been taught by Mr. John Oloaye from Nigeria. And today, I may teach the session. I'm based in Washington, D.C., or I may ask my assistant technical instructor today, Mr. Ruben Chomite from Eldoret, to teach the session. We are yet to make that decision. The reason why Mr. John is not here, and the reason why our assistant instructor, Mr. Levi, is not here, is because in their geographical location, they have power blackout. They didn't expect it. They didn't charge their laptops. They were not ready for it. They didn't have plan B, but always as a data scientist, they having plan B all the time and even plan C. So I always have my plan B, and it seems in Eldoret there's power. Mr. Chimte, can you confirm that?
Yes, there is plenty of power.
In Namanga near Tanzania, it seems there's power. Mr. Odalo, can you please confirm that? Is there power?
Actually, I'm in Nairobi.
Oh, you are in Nairobi? Okay. The areas in Nairobi where you are, it seems there's power. Namanga is near Arusha. Just 4 hours drive to Arusha, and Arusha worked in that area, and Arusha is one of those cities that I usually like to hang out. Mr. Odalo, I don't know whether you have taken a trip to Arusha, but expect one soon, courtesy of Blue Nile Analytica. It's a nice place, evergreen, very peaceful. Yes, having said that, on a light note, so we are ready to start, and I'm waiting for my assistant technical instructor to post the schedule on the WhatsApp for everybody to see, so that I can share the screen.
Pius, you can share. I've sent to your WhatsApp, your personal inbox.
My
you
personal
can
WhatsApp?
assist me to share. Yeah,
Okay,
your WhatsApp.
okay. Which one?
Assist me to share.
Okay, let me look for it. Yes, I see it.
But of course, in the schedule, there are some few alterations, some few changes arising from
what you shared is the wrong schedule. That's not the right schedule. That's not the updated schedule. Let me see if I can get the updated schedule.
Please do. I think
yes, it's right here, and I'm going to post it on the WhatsApp group, so that if this is the updated schedule. So because you don't have it, I'm going to post it on the WhatsApp group for the students also to see, and for everyone to see. So let me push this aside. Yes, I'll push it aside. So I'm going to post the schedule. Oh, I don't want this one to. Can somebody admit, either Mr. Odalo or Mr. Chemte, please, can you admit the students for me, so that they don't stay too long on the waiting room. So I'm posting the schedule once again on the Zoom, on the WhatsApp, and this will take a few minutes. So I hope you are able to see that screen.
Yeah, I can see the updated one.
Okay, so I'm going to post everything. The fact that you didn't have the updated one, maybe even our students don't have the updated one. So number 2, from there up to here. And number 3, up to here. And finally, number 4, the last one, is something about the attendance. Once again, for this class, we don't have exams, but you are free to take certification exams from anybody of your choice. We only give projects, and even in the interviews, they do interviews by projects. So having done that, I now want to post the whole schedule, and my instant instructor, please.
I'm set to start, Pius.
Okay, hold on. We are recording, and this recording will be used by the public. So let us avoid too much interference. Maybe you communicate with me through chats, sending a message to the chat so that we avoid too much interference. So I'm going to post the whole schedule. On the WhatsApp chat. Now, if you are here, you are a student and you don't have a schedule, this is the schedule I posted. Mr. Chemte or Mr. Ruben, please download it and save it on your desktop. Don't leave it on WhatsApp. So we want to go through the schedule. I don't know what you had covered with Mr. John, but Mr. Chemte, you will help me know where you have done by putting a check on the schedule, on everything on week 1, week 2, and then sharing that on the WhatsApp group. I know you did not cover everything on week 2, but I just want to be sure what was covered and what was not covered. Unfortunately, John was not here to give us that due to power blackout. Well, what I do know, you have not done VLOOKUP, you have not done XLOOKUP. I didn't see left function or right function. I don't see concatenate. So, Mr. Ruben, please help.
I think I
don't want it verbally, please.
Okay.
Verbal response makes a lot of interference, and we are going to share these recordings with the public. Please just do it.
Okay.
And then share it and post it on the WhatsApp group, and then send me a text on the Zoom chats that you have posted, so that I go back and look at it. So as Chemte goes through that, when we go through this schedule, there's this week, there's this number 7, and there's this number 6. This is supposed to be week 6, is 3 weeks away from today. You are supposed to have project 1 and project 2 discussion. So allow me, so that we handle this, to enable you submit the project by the end within 24 hours from the end of class on week 6. That means by Sunday of this week. That Sunday will be by March 12th. 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night is the due date for both project 1 and project 2, so that on March 18th, we can have half of the class doing presentation. On March 25th, we can also have the other half doing presentation. And on April 1st, the first 3 groups, the best 3 groups, 3 people that make the best presentation will have an opportunity to present live in front of our stakeholders and employers at the mall. How do you call Rivera Mall? At the Rivera Mall along Limuru Road in Nairobi. And that day, April 1st, it will be a compulsory session for everybody that lives in Kenya. It will be a face-to-face session for everybody that lives in Kenya. It doesn't matter whether you come from Lokichogio or you come from Mandera. So you have to be there and meet us face-to-face. We want to know you. We recruited you through online platform. We don't know your face. We've never seen you live. We want to see you live. And then there'll be a photo session. There'll be a presentation by the best groups. And we'll also invite the media. We'll also invite the media to come and cover what we are doing. So that will be on April 1st. Director HR, please take note of that and do take action by making the appropriate bookings. The session starts at 9 a.m. It will end at 1 p.m. Nairobi local time. Now, what about if you are not based in Kenya? If you are not based in Kenya, we'll give you a key code on the same day, 15 minutes before the session begins. We'll give you a key code through your inbox so that you join live, regardless of the location. Those who are based in America, those who are based in the United Arab Emirates, those who are based in Canada. So that's how you are going to join. But people in Kenya, we are not going to give you the code. You have to be there in face. You have to be there in person. We have done that in the past, and it was very successful, enjoyable, and entertaining. So, are you ready with your document? I've not seen any message. Have you sent any message to chats? I don't see any message, Mr. Chente, on the chats.
Yeah.
You are ready? Have you posted on WhatsApp?
Just a minute.
Okay, we'll give you more time. Take your time. Take your time. So, Mr. Chemite is going to be my assistant instructor today. I'm going to be the lead instructor. So today we want to talk about the project. This is the plan. We want to talk about the project so that you can start off immediately after this session. Then after the project, we'll do one of the items, and the items we'll do is called pivot tables, and pivot tables is one of the skill set that you are supposed to learn. And we will use pivot tables in the 2 projects. Use pivot table in the 2 projects. Now, if there's still time left, I'll hand over to Mr. Ruben to take over from where I've left. And if there's still more time, I'm gonna give you that time to do part of your project and then submit as part of your quiz or part of your CAT. So during the quiz or CAT time, you'll submit whatever we are going to do with you in the projects. So please, I'll give you time now to open the projects as I open mine too. Oh, I did save on a folder called Excel. I'm looking for it. Here it goes. That's where I'm saving everything that is in for this session. And in Excel, as you can see, I have project 1 and I have project 2. So I'm going to open both projects. They are in Excel. So that's project 1. Very good. I have it. Then don't need this. Don't save. And I go to project 2. I'm also going to open project 2. So I have opened project 2. That's very good. Sometimes they fail to open. I wanted to make this one very small. Yes, it's now small. So when you hover, I'm not able to see you now because I'm the presentation mode now. When you hover over Excel, what you see is project 1, project 2, and there are 2 more files open. So I'll close these 2 form files. I don't need them. They don't confuse me. Now I'm only remaining with project 1 and project 2. So I'll be moving between those 2 tabs interchangeably. So I want you to open your project. And if you are able to maneuver on your screen, you carry out the activities the way with me. So we have questions here. We have EIA. We have gas data. So you're trying to understand what this project needs. So AEIA, and for us to understand this website here, so I want you also to click on the website and have the website. So one of the things on my tab is the website, and you can see this website here. And when you minimize it, when you do minimize it here, like that, and you come to project questions tab of the projects, it has got shell number, has got the first number 1, it's called sheet 1, is questions. Sheet 2 is AEI, sheet 3 is gas data. I told you this from energy domain, and it contains data for gas. So you need to be an engineer, a gas engineer, or a petroleum engineer to understand some of the terminologies here. We are not engineers, so we need to go to the website and understand what some of these terminology mean, so that we can develop what's called a data dictionary. So the first term I need here is AEI. What does it mean? So to get the meaning of that, I'm gonna come to the website that I have. This is the website. And in this website here we have independent statistics and analysis, and I have the term AEI. If you can see the word AEI on my screen, can you please type yes on the charts? Please type yes on the charts. Kevin Osore, sorry, your laptop has got an issue. You're supposed to have 2 or 3 laptops. What unfortunate, you have 1. You need to have a backup plan. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, James Odipo. Thank you, Abayo. Thank you, Kennedy Ogutu. So what I'm doing right now is the real stuff that a data scientist does on the job, the real tasks you do on the job. So AEI is here. Some of you can see it. If you can't see it, please bring it to my attention by saying I can't see it verbally, so that I stop and show you where it is. But many people have confirmed they can see AEI. We don't know what this AI means. Now, next to AEI is we have US, Energy Information Administration. So we have E for energy, information, EI for information, and A for administration. So as part of our task today, we are going to create a data dictionary for project 1. So we will go here, you click this plus here, and the sheet 1 appears, right click, and when you right click, you select rename, and it gets highlighted. And I want you to type data dictionary. If I'm too fast, kindly let me know. Let me know by shouting, so that I stop and show you. And when you enter, so I have 4 sheets now, 4 tabs. Tab 1, instruction. Tab 2, data set. Tab 3, data dictionary. Oh, I'd already calculated it before. Data set, then the data dictionary. So I remove this one. I'll delete this one because I don't want to have two. So I had already created it earlier. So I have data dictionary. So when we are no, I was on the wrong project. Sorry, I did that on the wrong project. So let's go back and look on the right project. This is, I did it on the wrong project. It should be on project 1. So this is project 1, where we have questions. We have AEIA. Then we have gas data. So you click this plus sign that appears, you right click, you rename, and you write here data dictionary. So data dictionary, when you submit your project, will be having some points, at least 10 points, at least 10 points. So there we are. And now we'll have here serial number. I'm now creating data dictionary. Just this is the order in which we name them. Nothing big about that. And then here we are going to have the terminology, or let me just call it the word in the data. Sometimes we call them attributes, and here I will type meaning of that word. Meaning, what does it mean? Meaning. So the first one that we are going to do is what? A, E, I, A. And we didn't know what this means. And from the website, we have agreed this means, let me go back. It is EIA, which from the website here, means information energy information administration. So I can also just, if it was not a link, I could just go there and copy and paste, but it looks like it is a tab. So here, what do? I'll type energy information administration. And then you enter. So you have to click on this to make it big. So we go to the data set again and check on the data set here. Some of the terms that have been used. So here we have data year. This is what will form your data dictionary. What you see, what is on that selected row, all those column names are what is your data dictionary. So the second one that we're gonna define is term year. If it was, let me see if this will work, copy and paste. So the second term in the data dictionary we are going to define is that column here. Oh, I can't paste. So it means I did not copy. I can't copy. So I'll go back to the data set and look at it. I'm supposed to have only project. I'm supposed to develop only project, the data dictionary for project 1, but sometimes I confuse and go to project 2. So you forgive me for that. So this is data year, utility number, so, and utility name. So data year, utility number, and utility name. So I go back here to project 1 under dictionary. So the second one is data year. I need to define what that means. The third one is utility number. The fourth one is utility name. Utility name, like this. Utility name like that. So you will go to the website and find out the meaning of data year, find out the meaning of utility number, find out the meaning of utility name, and write a small description in one sentence, short form, what they mean. And if you do that for all of them, from here, that first column to the last column here, we have customers, we have sales, water total, all these, then you shall have come up with the data dictionary. Now, another part that we'll need to do is you'll go to the website again and define this column, account. What does the word ACCT mean? What does the start date mean? What does the end date mean? What does the base mean? What does the use mean? What does the HDDS mean? If you are an engineer, in term, if you are a gas engineer, you know the meaning of this, but we are not. So you have to go to the website, do research. Then 2022 statistics, usage. What does that mean? And then 2022 actual usage. What does that mean? So when you give the definition of all those columns here, there may be 20 or over 20 here. That is what we call a data dictionary. And I advised you last time that these two projects were given in purpose, and they are totally vague. So one has got a data dictionary, one does not. So if you need some guidance, you just come to project 2 and you see this is the field. Yes, it's called field, description, just field and the description. This level is not necessary, but you can put it if you wish. So field and description, and that's what we call data dictionary. So I'll go back to my project here and change this one to field and this one description. So during your quiz time, this is what we want you to work on. And after working on it, you will need to submit via email. You will need to submit via email, and the email you will use, I want you to use, Mr. Chemitei, can you share your email on the charts? Can you share your email on the charts? They want to send you directly to your email, and then they copy to me. Okay. And when you copy, you send it to info@bnanalytica.org. Very soon, we are going to create a portal on the website where you can upload your assignments, So info like that, that's my email address. So this task, you'll do it. It was not responding. So you'll do it during quiz and for only 10 minutes. So I will expect you to enter like 6 more. So you'll have a total of 10, a minimum of 10 for you to qualify for grading during break time. So BN Analytica. So this is the email that I would want you to submit it to, copy it to after submitting to Chemitei's email. Chemitei, please share your email and let me know. Did you share?
Yes, I've shared. You mean personal or Lunite?
Yeah, your personal, the one you have access to. So that's the one. And I want you to share on the Zoom chats. I want you to share always on the Zoom chats because we are using Zoom. Did you share it on WhatsApp? Because I don't see any message on Zoom chats. Did you share it on WhatsApp?
I've shared. No, on the chats, on the Zoom chats. Yes.
Where have you shared? How come? Oh, maybe I need to expand. I'm not seeing it. So let me see.
Let's expand. It is there.
My charts.
No.
Yes, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. So guys and ladies, so today the quiz, you will send it to this email number 1 for alchemite@gmail.com, and then you copy to my email. And we only need you to add 4 more variables, 6 more variables to make it 10, and then you continue at home. So because of this, I'm going to screenshot this. No, I'm going to copy, cut and copy and paste first on the WhatsApp group. So WhatsApp group, and the WhatsApp group for data science, I'm looking for it right here. This is where you send your homework. There you go. If you can see the email address, please type yes on the chats. I posted them on the WhatsApp group. And also I'm sharing my screen. You can see what assistant instructor is talking about. He said John Olaye covered only basics. So I intend to cover build on and Excel function. So Mr. Ruben, what I need is not this. Out of this, oh, let me go back.
Yes.
Let me go back. You didn't get my question. This is my question, Mr. Ruben.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the things that we are supposed to teach. Out of this, can you give a tick on each of the item that was covered by Mr. John Olai in his lectures? If there is none, if he covered nothing out of the list we have, please just text me and say he covered nothing.
Okay, I'm getting you now.
And what I wanted you is just, this is how you do it. Let me do this. Now, please look at this. We are all learning. There's nobody who is perfect in these things. Even me, I'm learning. I'll be learning from some of my students here when they're doing presentation. We are all learning. So, and this is the spirit of data science because it changes every day. It's a dynamic profession. You cannot claim that you know everything. So we are in week 3, February 18th, but he has covered up to week 2. So what I wanted you to do is screenshot and then take a pen. You just go and snip. You snip, you go to Windows here and type snipping tool. Or is type snipping and then you snip. Yeah, it's coming up. When you type snip, are you able to see my screen, Ruben?
Yes.
Yeah, do you see this snipping tool?
Yeah.
Yes, how you get it? You go to Windows search bar here and you type the word snipping tool. It's right here, up here on my search. And when you do, this one appears. And when it appears, you click on it. These are training for everybody, including the students. And when that appears, it will give you, it will change. It will change to allow you to snip. But if you had already done, have a snip, we have snipped, it will, and you minimize it, it will pop up. Now, like mine has pop up. Now, to do a new snipping, you just click on new here like that. It allows you to snip, then you come here, you snip it nicely like that, what you need. So that's what we are calling screenshot. So this is what I want you to do. Now, I want you to go tell me you are in that class. Did he cover Excel basics? You take this. Did he cover Excel versions? You take this. Did he cover importing and exporting data? If no, you do this. Did he cover formulation of user-defined expressions, Excel formulas? If he covered, you say this. Did he cover what if? You say this. You're in week 2. Did he cover if function? Yes. Did he cover sum if? No. Did he cover count if? No. Did he cover trim? No. Did he have concatenate? No. Did he cover left and right? Yes. Did he cover VLOOKUP? Yes. Did he cover XLOOKUP? Yes. If you need help, then when you took over the driver's seat, this is the first thing I want you to do. This is the first thing I want you to do. So after doing that, you do this. Let me write here for training purposes, only for training purposes. Only. So when you have done that, Chemite, you right click, copy, and then you go to your WhatsApp. You go to your WhatsApp here and paste. And paste here. And paste here. And Mr. John Olai is also in this group, so you'll be seeing these things. He'll be seeing these things. And maybe he'll respond. You'll paste like that. Save like that. Let me put it on the main WhatsApp group. Like that. So that's what I want you to do. You can do it with the help of the students when you take over the driver's seat. So that we know that, about that. So it's 9:41, excuse me. It's 9:41, we have 15 minutes to go. And I want now to ask the students if they have any questions as far as creating data dictionary is concerned, because they will go for break. After break, they will come back. They continue creating data dictionary for 10 minutes, and we need at least 6 variables. And then they submit that, and that is what is going to act as their quiz for today. You want them to send it via email. And they can also take a screenshot. You can also take a screenshot. In fact, this is easy. What we do, don't send an email. After you have done your work, you will just take a screenshot of what you have done and post it on the group. And Chemite will grade them from the group chats. I think that is easier. Take a screenshot so that I'm sure that what we have done today, the techniques you have done today, you have learned them. Just take a screenshot like that. We'll see your name and Chemite will grade them. We'll grade them and award you the marks. At this point, we have 18 minutes to break time. I will now give time for questions. Questions on what I've taught today about the project. Questions. I'm gonna stop sharing. And when you're asking questions.
Please, yes, please don't stop yet. Don't stop sharing yet. I have a question about where do we pick the field to define on?
Good question. Where do you pick the field to define the data dictionary or the description? Now, good. I'm going to show you again, but it is there in the recording. And I'm assuming you are representing so many people who did not get the point where to get the field. I go to my file, that is project 1. I did create a sheet called data dictionary. Mr. Joseph, you are the one asking that question. Did you create that sheet?
Yes, already.
Good. Did you rename it data dictionary?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. When you go to the other file for project 2, you see this project, it has got a tab for data dictionary. So when you get stuck, you can come here and check. You can come here and check field, description, levels, and this is what we call data dictionary, loan ID. So when you look at these things, they're just the columns in the data set. They're just the columns. When you compare those, they're just these columns here. You see, we have selected those columns. So when you go now to project 1, where we are creating a data dictionary, so there are 2 things with those columns. So we have AEA and gas data. So here, we will now look for these columns. And here there are 3 columns. No, let me use a simple one here. The first column, this one here, there's one called, there's one row which has got the column header. So now it is these column headers that we get the fields for the data dictionary. Have I answered your question, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, yes.
Good. That is when it is straightforward. And when in number AEIA is not straightforward. And I want everybody to listen and listen carefully. Listen and listen carefully. Because what I'm just about to explain is very important. If you miss it, you don't do anything. Now, here we have 3 columns. And for you to do an analysis, you need to collapse these 3 columns into 1 column. And I'm gonna snip this and post it on the charts so that you don't forget. These are the column headers. Now, what you need to do in programming, computer programming, we call it object inheritance. This is an application of a skill in computer science called computer programming, called object inheritance, sorry. If you have never heard about this, don't worry. You will hear about it when you'll be doing programming in Python. Inheritance. Now, when you are coming up with the new column now, you see I have residential, commercial, industrial, transportation, and then I have the total there. So you'll collapse, you'll do away with this column. This is the column to eradicate. We want to do away with this column. And no, sorry, with that row. To do away with that row, you will push the word residential to sales. So in this here, now in your new column, in your new row, this column will have residential sales. This one, residential customers. This one, residential revenues. No, the residential customers. Now, the next one, commercial revenues, commercial sales, commercial customers. The next one, industrial revenues, industrial sales, industrial customers. The next one, transportation revenues, transportation sales, transportation customers. The next one, total revenue, total sales, total customers. And when you have written that, you cancel. You do away with the column row 1. You delete when you are working in Excel. Here, I will cancel. So how many rows do I have? I have rows, 2 rows. And in these rows, what is unique here? The thing that is unique is that we had residential as an object, and sales, customers, and revenues are children from the object called residential. And because of the property of object inheritance in programming, the children are going to inherit all the attributes of the parent. That's why we are having residential sales. So that is that. Now you do the same thing. Now you come here, you write residential sales, the next one, it is measured in megawatt hours. So these are just units. Residential sales, you write it there, megawatt hours. Now, residential customers, count. You can say count of residential customers. Now, residential revenues is measured in $1,000. So any figure you learn in that column, you know that's in $1,000. Now, commercial sales, this is commercial revenue. Commercial sales in megawatt hours. That's just a unit. So these ones are just units. This is not a big deal. And after you do that, you again do away with that column. You delete that column. Now, what do you have now? What you have is now 1 row. Oh, sorry. You now have 1 row. Oh, let me. Oh, you now have 1 row. You have now 1 row in your, we call them column headers. You now have 1 column headers. And immediately, immediately you have, I wanted to circle this. Unfortunately, I cannot circle. You now have 1 column header. And when you have your 1 column header, your data is now ready for analysis in terms of that. So for you to use an Excel file for analysis, it has to look like this. You must have 1 column header. This project 1 is not ready for analysis because it has got 3 column headers. So that is what we'll use a characteristic called object inheritance in computer programming to come up with one column header. Now, once you have one column header, now you are going to define the data dictionary, and you can define residential on its own, sales on its own, and megawatt hours on its own. Or you can decide to define residential sales in megawatt hour, but that one is not good. What makes sense is residential sales. You come here on this thing dictionary, you put number 5 here, and you type residential sales, and you go to the website. And this one, even if you don't go to the website, from logic, you can just know what it is here. So these are sales from residential customers. So that is what it means. And megawatt hours, the next one, you just define it once, it appears multiple times. So when you come here again, you look here, you come AEIA here, you go to column header. So I have megawatt hours there, I have megawatt hours there, I have megawatt hours there, I have megawatt hours there. There are multiple times. You don't need to define them multiple times, just only one, just only once. So here, megawatt hours, you will come back again on the data dictionary and megawatt hours. And when you come here, it's megawatt hours. I don't know whether there is bracket, that's parenthesis or not. Joseph, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, you answered.
Okay, now you being a computer science student and you being having taken an undergraduate degree in engineering or in physics, can you please tell me from your physics classes or from your engineering classes what the word megawatt hours means?
The word megawatt hour. Yeah.
Yes.
Megawatt hour is the unit of electricity power consumed per hour.
Okay, so you just say it simple in a layman language, a unit of measurement.
Of measurement, oh yeah.
For you read in your own language, there's no right or wrong answer, so long as the layman can understand it, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
That is why we need you to understand the concept. We don't want people to cram. And that's why in this class there are no exams, because exam condition you to cram and memorize, and that only lasts for a few minutes or a few days. But when you understand the concept, you will go with it to the grave. You get it, my point? You get my point, my friend Joseph?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, and there are two things that people can't inherit from you. It doesn't matter who the people are. The knowledge you acquired by going to school,
yes,
the food you eat in your stomach,
mm-hmm.
Those are the only two things that nobody can inherit from you. When you die, you go with them. Nobody will inherit them. But the rest, it will be easy. Your clothing, they can be taken to a thrift shop, somebody will buy them. Or if you come from Africa, where people inherit clothes, they will do it even before you are buried. Huh? They start fighting over the money in the bank. You can even delay your burial. Or assets. The only things that can't be inherited is knowledge. So just understand the concept and do it your own way. Unit of measurement for electric
power,
per energy, whatever you deem fit, so long as it makes sense. So when the power person comes to your house to read your meter, what he will be reading is megawatt hours, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's how you are billed, because the power is sold in terms of unit megawatt hours. A megawatt hour maybe 50 cents, 50 US cents per megawatt hour. That's how you get your bill. So these are the things that you put in the data dictionary so that anybody that will have look at your work can understand what it means. So I've done the 6 for you. Now you are supposed to do like 10. So you're only remaining with 4, but I'll add you do 6. So 5 more minutes to break time. Please, do you have any question for me as far as the quiz is concerned, as far as what I've taught for 1 hour is concerned? Please, if you have a question, just shout, I have a question, and go ahead and ask your question. Is there any question, please? Benjamin Bet, are you there? Do you have questions? Benja Bet.
No, I have no question.
Please put on your face. I would like to see your face. You have no question, but I've not seen your face. Yeah, you're there. Thank you. Son, are you? Do you have
no
any question? Somebody has got a question?
I can hear you. My Wi-Fi is a bit, but I can hear you. I get you.
Okay, that's fine. And Benjamin Bet, please feel free to ask your question when the video is not on. Please, Benja, go ahead and ask your question. Do you have any question on what I've taught? I have 4 minutes to answer questions.
No, I have no questions, sir.
You have no questions? Okay.
Yes, I have no questions.
Susan, please go ahead and ask your question without putting on your video. We need to hear you. Do you have any questions, Susan?
I don't have a question right now.
What time is it in your city of residence in the United Arab Emirates? Are you in the United Arab Emirates?
Yes.
Which city?
Dubai.
Dubai. What time is it in Dubai right now?
6:57 p.m.
6 what? I didn't get you. Please
7
type it on the
p.m.
chat. Type it on the chat. Type it on the chat.
6:57 p.m.
Type it on the chat. I can't get you.
Okay.
Beryl, do you have any question? Beryl, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, can you put on your face, please? Which city are you from? Are you from Nairobi or Kisumu right now?
Nairobi.
Okay, can you type on the chat what time it is in Nairobi right now, please? I want to compare. Yes, 6:58. Please type the city if you type the time. From the Dubai, from the United Arab Emirates, 6:58. Or what about from Nairobi? What time is it? I have 2 more minutes. Anybody from Kisumu? Can you type what time is it? Anybody from Kisumu? So there's a difference of 1 hour between Nairobi and Dubai. And in Washington, DC, it's 9:58. Kisumu, anybody from Kisumu? Anybody from Kisumu? Nobody from Kisumu. Anybody from Nakuru? Anybody from Eldoret? Chemite, what time is it in Eldoret right now? Just type it on the chat. Type it on the chat. I would have wished to get the time around Kisumu, but there's nobody in Kisumu, 9:58. I wanted to see the time difference between Nairobi and Kisumu. If they are far by, anybody from Kisumu? Kisumu is right at the equator. I wanted to see whether they're different, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, or 4 minutes, or can't be the same time. So I think that is fine. It's 9:59. We have 1 minute to go. Mr. Ruben, do you have an announcement to make? Because when they come back from break, they're going for a break of 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think I don't have any announcement. I just want the trainees to keep time when they are coming from the break. And just to say that because our instructor covered what I've posted on your WhatsApp, I think I've packaged in such a way that...
Hold on. That's very important.
Yes.
let me
Yes.
share so that we have that captured.
Okay.
So you have posted something on the WhatsApp on
To
what,
your inbox.
what
Yeah.
John covered. So where is it? I don't see it.
To your, I posted to your inbox, just as you requested.
Which one? Is this the second one? The second screenshot, right?
The second one, yes. Second one, yes.
Good. So let me post it on the group.
Okay, as you post it, let me say that what we lacked in the previous lesson was lab work, and I've prepared some lab work in this lesson. So it's a matter of integrating what the instructor had covered.
Okay. So right now we need to go for break. So Ruben, they have gone for break now. It's now break time, but we can talk a little bit. So
Okay.
when they come back from the break, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will give them 10 minutes to do the quiz, to do for maybe 5 fields for data dictionary. And
how many minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Then after giving them 10 minutes for that, they tell them to take a screenshot and they paste on the charts. Or alternatively, you can do it with them. You can do it with them together, then they take a screenshot and put on the charts. So the screenshot that they're gonna put on the WhatsApp is what we'll use for grading. Are we together?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Now, another thing I want you to do after that, yeah, give them the survey. You have it?
Did you share with me really?
Yeah, I shared it.
I get the link.
I'll share with you again. I shared. I'm gonna share it in the group again,
Yeah.
even for the students. I shared with you even in the management group, in the group for that training for design of surveys for that lady from France. It's the same thing. I'm gonna look it again and then share. So what would they
You share the link, eh?
You give them that so that they evaluate me. So they evaluate me. You get that?
Okay.
Very, very important. They evaluate me. And then after that,
Mm-hmm.
you now teach for the remaining minutes. And at the end of the class, you give them another survey so that they evaluate you. So there are 2 evaluations. They're going to evaluate me. They have been evaluating John. They're going to evaluate me.
Mm-hmm.
And they are also going to evaluate you. And when they are done, your class is done,
Mm-hmm.
you go and look the evaluation, the results for your evaluation.
I had a different suggestion. Eh?
Yes.
Immediately they resume from the break. I propose I start off.
The problem with that, they will lose me. They will lose my evaluation.
No. For your evaluation, I'll share your evaluation immediately. They come from the break.
Yes.
But for the dictionary, I want to hive up the last 10 minutes so that they can do the data dictionary.
Or you can as well give it as a homework.
Okay, I'll see how time will move.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But after break, please make sure I'm evaluated and I'm going to look at it live.
That's
And
okay.
then
That's okay.
after your session, also make sure you are evaluated. Are we good?
Oh yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, now with those few, or are there many remarks? Thank you very much.
They have gone for break for 10 minutes, eh?
Yeah, they're going for break for 10 minutes. You will start the class at 10:10.
Okay.
So right now, what I want to do, there are 16 people in the house. I just want you to be host. Are you the host?
I'm the host already.
Oh, you're the host already, that's good. And is Geoffrey a co-host? Let me make Geoffrey a co-host.
I also want to pick something for 3 minutes and then I'll be back.
Yeah, just type in chat so that they know. Just type in chat. I'll step out for 3 minutes and be back. Yeah.
Now, thank you very much. I want to find out how many of us are back. So if you are back and you can hear me, you can type 1 on the chats, please. Rosdebra, Abayo, James, Kingsley, Haron, Odwar, thank you very much. Let's have more, please. I want to find out that everybody's back. Bet, thank you. Ogutu, I can see Ogutu, thank you very much. Kennedy. Yeah, I think we are almost full house, and I think we can begin. Yeah, I can see Joseph. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think most of us are back. Now, thank you very much. I want to just make some preliminaries. What John covered for the last 2 weeks, I think he covered quite a number of things, mostly basics on Excel. And I think today we are going to depart a bit and look at the practical aspect of it. And I think what we have prepared here, what I've prepared here is basically we are going to dive into the functions, Excel functions. And I think we are also going to share some data on the same. So, but before that, I just want to run some basics, which I thought they are very important for us to be able to look at. So I'm going to share. Odalo, thank you very much. I can see you are back. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'll skip some of the slides because it's something that we had covered last week. So if you are able to see my slide, you can type yes on the chats so that I'm gonna assure that we are together. So please, if you are seeing, you can type on the chats. Thank you very much, Bayo. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, Harun. Yes. James. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping that we are able to see. So I'll just rush the very first few slides is what I'm going to rush through so that we get the momentum to proceed. Now, John talked about the spreadsheets, and what I've highlighted here is the applications, the very many uses that we use Excel sheets. I've just mentioned some 3 of them. Of course, there are so many applications depending on where you work and what is your daily work. But as John said last week, Excel is used for manipulating data. And for that reason, it is used for compiling, analyzing results. Of course, for accounting purposes, remember Excel is able to manipulate data. And once you have data that has been captured in the cells, then you are able to invoke some formulas. You know, things like recording cells, you know, printing invoices, producing invoices, and so forth. I think that one was mentioned. Now, John took us through the Excel environment, and I think he mentioned for all the text menus. Of course, you can be able to see the text menus up here, and some of the commands that were under those text menus. Again, we have the toolbars, which he mentioned at length, and I think moving forward, I would expect all the trainees to get acquainted with these toolbars, which are of course shortcuts, and you can be able to do that. Now, again, he also mentioned about the issue of the where a column and row intersect. That's where we have the cell. And just to mention that a cell represents actually a memory. It represents a memory where data values are stored, and they are very important. And moving forward, when you reference them correctly, then you are not going to have errors in your sheet. Then again, of course, we have the Excel, the whole workbook. The whole workbook is just like you have a lecture book, and then within that book we have the pages. These pages are basically the worksheets, while the collection of the worksheets form what we call the workbook. That's why when you launch Excel, always you will see book 1, book 2 as a default name, but you can rename so that you have a workbook, and within that workbook you can have the worksheets. So I think that's something that we mentioned. Just to mention about manual and electronic spreadsheets, of course, they are just one and the same. The only difference is that the manual spreadsheet is just a book with columns and rows, and it has data values. But of course, now the Excel is one of the examples of a spreadsheet, which is electronic, because everything is stored in terms of bits. In terms of bits, you know, and you know, numbers that represents values in a computer. So electronic spreadsheets are much faster. That was mentioned. You can be able to capture the values. You can be able to manipulate the values. It can be able to recalculate the values when you change some values and so forth. It has many features. I've just mentioned some few, like you can be able to sort out, you can be able to filter, you can be able to change formulas, you can be able to recalculate, you know, and so forth. Now, just as I mentioned, we have Excel data types. Of course, in Excel, we are saying that there are so many data types that can go into that cell. I've mentioned some of them here. We have numbers, number data. Of course, this could be monetary totals, could be whole numbers, percentages, decimals, you know, dates, integers, phone numbers, and so on. Then we also have the text data. I think when we go to the computer lab, we'll be able to see the moment you type a data into a cell, how does it behave? How is it intended, and so on. Then we have the logical data, which we will also see. Sometimes when you calculate values in Excel, if there is an error, it will be able to give some error data. I know most of us have experienced this. We will just still look at it. Some of the examples are given there. You know, some of the errors that are coming up. Now, of course, when we are doing calculations in Excel, John mentioned about the equal sign. You know, the equal sign, every Excel formula begins with an equal sign. And the moment you activate a cell, you must start with an equal sign, or you can click the function fx. Of course, in your Excel, you'll be able to look at that again and be able to apply the many functions that we have. Then, of course, we are saying about the references. Then we have the operators. Remember, when you are manipulating data in Excel, you'll be using the operators like addition. We have subtraction. We have multiplication. Star is multiplication. Then backslash is division, you know, and so forth. You'll be applying that. Of course, we will be able to see how you can formulate an expression. In fact, including using parentheses, and then you'll be able to have that. Then we have also constants. We have constants which are there, like, for example, pi. Pi is equals 3.14 or 22/7. That's a constant, you know, and so forth. Then we also have the functions. For the Excel functions, we have built-in, and we have the ones that you can formulate yourself. So those functions are there. the building ones are ready for you to use, and you can also formulate your own. So I've mentioned that. I just want to dive into simple functions in Excel, or the common ones that we normally have. We have sum. Of course, sum is used for adding. You add the cells either within a range or two cells. We have average, which calculates the average. We have minimum, which gets you the minimum number or the minimum value among a list of values. We have maximum, which gives us the maximum value. Count, what basically count function does is to find the number of cells that contain a numerical value, within a range or argument. So we also have what we are calling the function library. Remember, aside from the common functions, we have many other functions within Excel, which are stored in some sort of library, and of course these functions includes specific categories. AutoSum is there. We have recently used functions. We have financial functions. You can be able to select some of those functions and be able to get them. We also have logical values. We have and, if, true, false. You'll be able to see each and every of those functions as we move forward. We also have date and time. We have maths and trigonometry. We have those functions. We have statistical functions, and so on and so on. Now, what I want to do now is, I don't know if there is a question up to that point before I share some data. I want to share some link to some data which is stored on Google Sheets. Is there any question, maybe from the trainees? Maybe something that you will want me to clarify? I hope I'm not too fast. Nicholas, Juma, am I fast? Okay, now, if you have any questions, of course, or you have anything you can. Oh yeah, Susan is saying I should copy the survey here. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it so that for us to be able to evaluate. Now, thank you, Susan. You have reminded me. I think we can evaluate our first instructor before we proceed. Yeah, let me post the link here. Yeah, sometimes you can forget, so I've posted the link, and the evaluation or for the survey, maybe we can evaluate the first instructor, that is Mr. Pius. Yeah, I can give you some few minutes to evaluate the instructor, and then we will proceed from there after sharing the data. Now, if you are able to, if that is okay, you can type 1 on the charts. Yes, on the chat, sorry. Yes, on the charts. Yes, Donata's bits, okay. That's okay. What about the rest? I'm hoping people are not on autopilot. Yes, I can see Kennedy. So it's okay. We can take some 5 minutes to evaluate. Pius, Kingsley, thank you. Abayo, thank you. You can evaluate for 5 minutes, and then we proceed. Daniel, please, you can mute as you prepare. You can mute as you prepare yourself. So at exactly 6:36, we should be through so that we can continue. Yeah, Ogutu, Kennedy, you have a question? You can type it on the chats. Yes, Ogutu, you can unmute and ask your question, please.
Yes, Ruben.
Yes, yes.
I've been looking at that link that was shared of EIA.
Yes, yes.
But I cannot find the details of the column headers. I don't know if I'm the one.
Fine, Ogutu. What we can do, we have agreed to have 10 minutes at the end of the session so that we can address that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. It is now 6:36. Let me see from the charts, those who have successfully completed filling the survey. If you have finished, you can type yes. Please just type yes on the Zoom chats. Just type yes. Kennedy, yes. Kingsley, Haron, yes. Bet, okay. Joseph, Geoffrey, Odalo, Juma, thank you. Let's keep them coming if you have finished the survey. Okay, I think we can assume that, sorry, I still have more coming, okay. About 50%, slightly over 50% of us. I can give 1 minute for those who have not, please, you can finish up. Okay, thank you very much. I think we have successfully evaluated the first instructor, and we are good to go. So now I had rushed through what we had the first instructor I talked about last week, and at this point I want to share this. I want to share the data. Now, if you are able to see some link for data, you can type 1 on the charts, please. Type 1 on the charts if you are able to see the link. Haron's, that's okay. Juma, Kennedy. Let's keep them coming. If you are able to see the link. Aguayo, thank you. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Yeah, I think now what I want to do is I want to share the same link to the charts, and then what I want you to do is to download the sheet that is named Trial 1, Excel Trial 1. That is you can see here Excel Lab Trial 1. You can download that sheet so that we can use for our practicals. So let me share that link. Kingsley, I've just shared. You can check now. I've shared the link for the sheet. So what I want you to do is just click the link, and once it opens the Excel sheet, you can download. Just go to File and Download to your computer so that we can use it. Okay. So you should be able to see. Let me post on the WhatsApp chats. Let me snip that. So just check on the WhatsApp wall. I've just shared the data. Just confirm that you have the data which looks like that. But of course, what we are saying is, once you open, you can click File, then Download. You click File, then Download here. So, but of course, you will download as a Microsoft Excel file. So with that particular extension. So just do that procedure, and you can download maybe to your desktop or to whichever location in your computer. So let me see by typing on the charts. If you have successfully downloaded the sheet, you can type OK on the charts. Yeah, donators, I can see you have Kennedy, we have Aaron. Yes, okay. What about the rest? If you have downloaded successfully, you can type OK. You have Juma, that's okay. Rose Deborah, Kingsley, we are doing good. I think this is good. Abayo, Joseph, okay. Thank you very much. I think we are doing well. Kevin, okay. Now, so what I want us to do is to open, we open that particular sheet so that we can use for our practical, but I'll use mine here. I'm going to use mine. Now, I've just activated my Excel. You are able to see my Excel sheet. You can type yes on the charts. So let's type 1. Let's type 1 on the charts. If you are able to see my Excel screen. Kennedy, no. Should I share it again? Yeah, maybe I can do this. Just a minute. Share.
Stop sharing and then share again. Just stop sharing, yes, and then share again.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, maybe I can have a new share. Are we able to see now? You're able to see, you can type yes. Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I think now you're able to see. Now, this is what we are going to use to run some simple and functions in Excel. Some of us could be knowing this, or it could be a revision for some of us. Now, what I want us to do is, this is data from a school environment, and that's why you can see in the labels we have student name, and we have about how many students here. Maybe let me just have that. So we have about 9 students, starting from Maria Antas all the way to Lawrence Lebiha, sorry. Then we have marks for, these are scores for mathematics, we have scores for English, then we have scores for biology. So what we are going to do here, we are going to run some few, not all. Remember what we are saying in my slides here. What we have all this. This is what we call the built-in functions. Let me go up a bit here. So we have beginning from here, we have sum, we have average, we have minimum, we have maximum, and we are just going to use these examples to be able to calculate that. So going back to the Excel sheet, where we have here. Now, these are the marks for these students. And what we want to do here is to do some practicals a bit. And what we want to do, we want to do this. Maybe I can share this on the, let me share it on the WhatsApp. Just a minute. I want to share this. Now, what we are going to do is to carry out this. And I want us, when we do that, we share our screen so that I can be able to evaluate you. We want to enter a formula to compute the following: the total marks for each student. That is number A. Number B is the average mark for each student, the highest mark for each student, and we have the lowest mark for each student. Then we have the standard deviation. We're just going to try that as we advance to more advanced Excel functions. So let me snipe this. Let me share it on WhatsApp. Now, if you are able to see the questions that we will do on WhatsApp, you can type yes on the chats. James, you not see the sheet? Of course, I'll still share it again. I'll just share it again. Yes, people are seeing what we are supposed to do from A to E. Donators, you can see Joseph, you can see Kennedy. Are we able to see what we are supposed to do? Yes, now, just to guide you, because this is a guided exercise, let me reshare this again here. Let me share this. I hope, James, you are now able to see my sheet. Now, what we have is, remember what we said in our first assignment that we want to do. We want to get the total marks for each student. So for us to be able to get the total marks for each student, it is basically here. I hope you're able to see what I have highlighted. We have 67, we have 74, and 71. Remember, these are just 3 subjects. Okay, so we want to get the total marks for each student. So what you will do is, remember, Excel formula starts with an equal sign. And then, of course, we have the built-in function, which is sum. In fact, the moment you type sum, it pops up because it is inbuilt. Okay. And we are summing a range of data, 67, 74, and 71. So the reference for 67 is C3. C3, because it is here. Let me just do away with this first. Of course, it is here. It is in column C, then row number 3. Again, for English, we have column D, then column D, row 3, like that. So just to make sure that I'm sure, what is the cell reference for biology? Type on the charts, please. Type on the Zoom charts the reference for biology. Reference for biology for Maria. E3. Yes, correct. I can see James, Geoffrey, Sawa, Kingsley, Donatas. Yeah, I think we are seeing that. So that's the reference for biology. And therefore, what I was saying is, I hope you're able to see that. So we have an equal sign. Then we have sum. Now, what are we summing? We are summing from, it's a range of cells. You can as well select each one, but of course, sometimes you may have big data, so you need to select a range. So what we will do here, you will open the brackets, okay, and then within those parentheses, you type C3. There are three ways of doing this. I'll show you that. So we have C3, then full colon. It is C3 full colon. Then we have E3. So C3 E3 is defining the range. You know, the range from maths to biology. Remember, we could have a wider range. So so we have that, and you can press enter. Now, when you press enter, you will see the sum there. Now, what I want you to take note is here. You can see this in this text box, you will see the formula is appearing here. Just besides fx, the formula is appearing here. Okay. And I typed using lowercase, and automatically the sheet has changed to uppercase. So whether you use lowercase or uppercase, it doesn't matter at this point in time. Okay. So that is how to carry the sum. But of course, so that your data becomes clear, you will simply put a label here. This is the total, because it's actually the total of the three subjects. You'll have that. Now, once you have you have typed in the formula, you can see we have 212. Now, what I want you to do next, once you've done that, is you drag this down. Let me have this clear. I'll take what? I'll just bottom right of this particular cell. When you move the cursor on top of that, you will see a cross, something that appears like a cross. And when you press the mouse button down, you are able to drag. And when you drag, it is going to apply. It's going to apply the same formula, but of course it will do what we call relative referencing. If you look at, for example, 179, the formula here has changed to C4 E4. So the reference, as you drag down, the reference is going to change, meaning that it's going to apply the relative referencing to apply for those other cells. So I want us to put that, and then we drag down. And once you've done that, for me to see that you have successfully done so, you can snip that part and post on the WhatsApp chats. So I'll give you 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let me give you 2 minutes, and then I'll be able to check. Aaron, I can see you've done that correctly. Let's pause, please. I want to be sure that we are together. The time is not on our side. Yes, a bio, I can see it's done correctly. I can see a bio. Thank you. It's correct. Gutu, that's okay. Now, I can see we've done. Now, if you are stuck, please, you can consult me or our colleagues who have done it correctly. Now, we want to proceed on, and we have only have how many minutes to time? Time is not on our side. Yes, I can see Kingsley has posted. Thank you very much. It's okay. One, two, three, four, five. 5 of us have posted successfully. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, let's have them coming. Rose Deborah, the document does not have edit access. No, you can download first. Rose Deborah, you can download the document to your computer first. Otherwise, you may not be able to do it online. Yeah, Deborah, let me know when you have successfully done so. Just download the document and you can be able to manipulate from your computer, not online. Yes, Nicholas, I can see yours is okay. Now, in the interest of time, I think what I will do, there are 2 things that we need to say now. I'm going to allow you to do, do the other bit of the assignment. Let me get here again. Yeah, so now I'll share this one here. I want you to carry on and do number B, C, and D and E, and you share the assignment to my email. Then I will be able to check, but save the sheet using your name. Use your name to save so that I can be able to evaluate. So you will do we have done the first one, which is number A. You can do number B, which is the average mark for each student, the highest mark, the lowest mark, and then the standard deviation. Of course, to enable me check on the formula that you have used. So I think I don't want to, it's now 7, but I want to request 10 of your minutes so that we do 2 things. One, I'll share the link so that you can evaluate the second instructor, who is myself. And then once you evaluate, I think I will expect you to carry on with the assignment on building the dictionary. Pius was very clear on the same, so you can check that and ensure that you also post to the same email. So if that is very clear, let me share through the WhatsApp chats if that is clear. So you're supposed to do two things. One, you will evaluate me. Number two, you are supposed to finish this assignment, the guided task, but make sure you save under your, you save using your name so that when you send, I know it is Ogutus, I know it is Kevin's, I know it is Bet's for the purpose of the evaluation. Then the other issue is the dictionary. You need to develop the dictionary so that, for the project one. So if that is clear, maybe you can type yes on the charts so that I'm sure that we are on the same page. So good, Kennedy, yes. Abaya, yes. Haron is attending to some urgent matters, so no problem. Kingsley, yes. So it's very clear. So we have those three tasks to perform. Kingsley, Donatas, okay, that's okay. Now, let me, I don't know if the HR is there. Geoffrey? Geoffrey? Are you able to hear me, Geoffrey Odalo?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I think our time is up. I want to take this opportunity to give you the floor so that we can receive some comments from the students. Please, you can take it away.
Okay, thank you. I think because of time, Mr. Ruben, Mr. Chemite.
Yes, yes.
Because of time and their tasks that they are handling right now.
Yes.
And they also evaluation form that they are supposed to fill. I don't think it is convenient. So it's convenient to get individual comment from the student as at now. What do you think? I just want to make some announcement as they work out on the evaluation. Well, at least the comment, some of the evaluation report.
Yes.
From the evaluation report, we can get more information about how the class was. So I don't think that it is important that we give each student to speak. But maybe.
Okay, agreed.
Yes, just announcement. I just want to remind the participants that it's important we come to class in good time so that we begin together in good time. So that because we realize that it's when it is 5 p.m., majority of us have not come to join the class. So I urge all of us to be coming in good time so that we can proceed together. Then number two, I also want to remind the participants about what we agreed upon. There is some contribution we are still making. It is still ongoing. The contribution we did agree upon towards the funeral of the instructor's sisters. So the deadline is 1st March. So I'll urge all members to still remember the same and redeem their contribution soonest possible because time is moving very fast. Otherwise, I want to thank the instructor so much. Even though the first instructor was not able to make it today, thank you so much, Mr. Ruben, for coming in, and Mr. Pius for coming in and saving the situation. And I think we have done so well. So thank you so much. I hope that will also continue in the near future in case a challenge like that arises. Otherwise, I don't have much to say, but just to thank everyone for the good participation. Everybody to have a nice weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.